marketing management student at the University of Gloucestershire, and I'm going to talk to you about virtual human interaction. This topic of e-marketing I think is extremely important due to the growing use of social media sites such as Facebook and of course online dating sites, and obviously the virtual reality games. It's now much easier to display information, like personal information, also to access this personal information. It's a lot more common for fake accounts to exist, and obviously people trying to be someone they're not. I'm going to talk to you about the issues related to virtual human interaction and the solutions to overcome these issues, and how virtual human interaction can be used in a positive way rather than a negative way. So firstly, trust is a major issue when it comes to virtual human interaction. Such platforms have really broken down our barriers to privacy. For example, the virtual reality game Second Life. This represents the user as an avatar online, surrounded by online brands and real life in a real life environment such as McDonald's, Levi, and this breaks down sort of our privacy as marketers are really able to understand their sort of shopping behaviour, their consumer behaviour, and looking at their everyday life, and this kind of brings up a privacy issue. This modern way of interacting, instantly and freely and openly online raises many questions for users and consumers. For example, who owns this virtual space? Who am I really talking to? And consumers are feeling less secure when shopping online. For example, the public lifestyle has led to the insecure online shopper, and it really affects e-commerce. This lack of face-to-face interaction, consumers are not getting the real shopping experience, and experiencing the in-store atmosphere, and to get a deep connection with the brand. There's no real understanding, and there's no meaning when purchasing online. So this is a trust issue for consumers. Hemp also argues that consumers want a sustained engagement with the brand rather than just one click through. Another major issue when it comes to virtual human interaction is of course redefining current identities. This allows the online atmosphere allows people to really act differently than they do in person, so they can kind of create an ideal version of themselves. For example, Second Life, the online virtual reality game, allows people to represent themselves as an avatar, and people can, it's an opportunity to try alternative identities, and to be someone they're completely not, and also liking pages on Facebook. That's also another one. Social media sites. It can allow people to really express themselves, and otherwise they'll probably keep it. It allows them to sort of project themselves in a different way. For example, they can like Facebook pages such as Chanel, Nutella, or just to get them to really express a private part of themselves. And this kind of is a major issue, as it's people are not being their natural self online, and also another issue is multiple identities. The intense activity of virtual realistic games such as Second Life, it really it makes people believe that the virtual is real, and this can be dangerous, as of course the two worlds can merge. There's been many instances of people actually using the online game, but at the same time they have purchased products for their real self as well as for their actual virtual self online. So for example, they could be playing, for their avatar they'll get some McDonald's, but also for themselves they'll order some McDonald's takeaway. So this is a major issue with the two worlds merging. And also, of course, with the continued use of these virtual realistic games, and people can easily be addicted. This is like a further issue. The realistic nature might persuade people to sort of use it more, as it's like an escape route from reality and like their everyday lives. It's believed that it may be harder to be satisfied with real life when you're open to all the virtual worlds online, and this can actually lead to users to want to withdraw from real life and just continue with their virtual worlds. For example, it's apparent that that users have actually quit their real life jobs to focus on their virtual online jobs, and this can lead to further issues. Obviously, with not actually in the real life world and more focusing on the virtual world. This addiction can lead to further issues such as reshaping of social values and social attitudes, and can actually lead to isolation, as people are not interacting so much in the real life and more focusing on the virtual world. Berlinson mentions how violent games can actually condition people to act more aggressively in real life. So also this leads to another issue. However, there's many solutions to these issues, and virtual human interaction can actually be used in a positive way that counteracts these issues. For example, Second Life can actually be used, even though there's a lack of face-to-face interaction online. Second Life can be used in a way that allows companies to use an avatar as a sales representative. This can help consumers gain their trust by having the sales representative there, and they're interacting, and it just helps them to really remind them that what the brand they're buying off, because the sales representative is there interactively, and it's more personal engagement. Also, to overcome such trust issues and boost consumers' trust when shopping online, companies should aim to really mirror the shopping experience in real life to the online environment. So they should do this by making sure they build the brand within the site. So they really, using images and about page to really remind the users who they're buying from, and this helps the users to have that connection that they want, the deep, the meaning when they're buying such products. So companies should focus on the aesthetics and the online presentation. Obviously, having an attractive site will obviously make them feel more confident and just happier shopping online. So companies should make sure they have a clear ordering system. They should clear ordering system with sort of high security from consumers. So make sure they have good consumer policies, refunding policies. This probably make them more comfortable shopping online, knowing that they can return the products if they're not as desired, or make sure they have strict security as well, so when they go to make the transactions, they're feeling a lot more confident, and it kind of reduces their uncertainty. So yeah, to improve their the site and to make them feel more secure, they could have a facts page. So to constantly make sure that they so if they have any questions or want questions that want to be answered, they can go look at this page, and this will help them to reduce the uncertainty when shopping online. Again, boosting the site's credibility and boosting the consumer's trust. Also, to overcome the issues of reshaping social values and social attitudes with virtual human interaction. Instead, virtual human interaction could encourage positive behaviour rather than negative behaviour. So instead of violence games leading to aggressive behaviour, they should try to it is apparent that that by when users are seeing themselves as an elderly person, like at their future self, as an avatar, they're more likely to have empathy for their future financial problems, and they're more likely to bond with their senior selves, and are more likely as parent to save more money for retirement and things like this. So this is really a solution, a positive impact for virtual human interaction. Also, virtual human interaction can actually be used to challenge certain views and to on debatable topics, like challenge people's their feelings towards things. And for example, if experiencing life as a cow in the virtual world, it's apparent that in real life they're more likely to be less tolerant to to animal slaughtering.